Okay, good morning everybody. This is Coach Corso. Welcome to stick mobility this morning. Okay, so we are going to need all 3 sticks today. Okay, we're going to work on a variety of different moves this morning. Okay, most of our exercises in the beginning are going to be with the short stick. Okay, and you're going to need access to the ceiling if possible, and access to a wall as well. I hope everyone's ready to rock out and have some fun this morning. Okay, thank you for joining. All right, so first things first, I would say I'm in ninja mode as always because our team is here training. So I'm going to kneel down onto my right knee first. Okay. From here, I am taking the pelvis and I'm sticking it forward this way. Okay. From here, I'm actually going to almost like do our pelvic rotations. I'm going to come out. I'm coming around. I'm popping back in. From here, I'm going to squeeze the pelvis forward. Right hand's on the bottom, left hand's on top. If you have a hard time with this one, just don't push into the ground as much. Okay, so 50% pressure going down, squeezing those glutes hard as you can from the front. I tilt out to the left. I bring it around, tuck back in. Bring it to the left, bring it around to the right, tuck back in for 2. Bring it around, tuck back in. Brace those abs. Squeeze those glutes nice and tight for 3. We got 7 more. Bring it around. Tuck. For 4. You want to feel those abs. Press down into that stick. Bring it around. Tuck for 5. Bring it around. Tuck in for 6. Bring it around. Tuck in for 7. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 8. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 9. One more time. Bring it around. Tuck back in. Hold it for 10. Great job. You want to get to the point where you are doing these, that you're contracting the abs so hard that you're almost shaking. Now, right leg is forward. Left leg is back. Left arm on the bottom. Right hand on top. Press the leg, pushing down. 50% pressure going down. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go to the right this time. I come back around. Tuck back in. Squeeze those glutes. You're going to feel it in your quad. You're going to feel it in the hip flexor. For me, I feel a lot more in my hip flexor on my left side because that is my problem side. Bring it around, tuck back in for 3. Bring it around. Brace those abs. Tuck back in for 4. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 5. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 6. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 7. Bring it around. In for 8. Brace those abs. Squeeze those glutes. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 9. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 10. Our focus of today's workout is going to be a lot of hip mobility and strength. Some different core exercises, but a surprise for some of you guys today. Adding a different modality in today. This time we're going to bring the right leg down, left leg forward once again. Now I've got my hands nice and wide. Doing some rotational stuff today. So I am here. Now I want the pelvis tucked forward the entire time. I'm not going to let go of that. I'm not going to let go of the tension in my glutes either. Pushing into the stick this way. Shoulder blades are back. From here, when my pelvis tucked forward, I'm going to reach around towards the left. I feel a stretch on my right hip flexor and left shoulder. I come back for 1. We're always going to go to the same side. Brace it out, bring it around. Tuck back in for 2. Keep those arms locked up, shoulder blades back. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 3, squeeze those glutes. Bring it around. In for 4. Remember, keep the pelvis tucked forward. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 5. Around. In for 6. Brace those abs. Tighten up when you get back to central line. Bring it around. Tuck back in for 7. Shoulder blades are back. Excellent. Bring it around. In for 8. Brace those abs. Bring it around. Back in for 9. Last one. Bring it around. In for 10. Let's go to the other side. That feels good. Squeeze the glutes on the left side. Shoulder blades are back. Tuck the pelvis forward. Bring it around. In for 1. Brace those abs. Bring it around. Shoulder blades are back. In for 2. Bring it around. In for 3. Don't let go of that pelvis. Don't let go of those abs. Bring it around. 4. Reset the center point. Bring it around. In for 5. Bring it around. In for 6. Bring it around. In for 7. Bring it around. in for 8. Bring it around. In for 9. One more time. Bring it around. In for 10. We're still working in a kneeling position. Now we're going to let go of the small stick. We're going to grab your larger one now, your 6 foot or your 7 foot. Let's come behind our back. Shoulder blades here. I'm kneeling down. Feet are flat to the ground. I want to have a good grip of the stick as I'm trying to shorten it. I'm now going to lean back. I don't want to bring the hips back. I actually want to lean back. Bracing on abs. So the more you lean back, obviously the harder it is on your abs. It's a lot more hard on your quads as well as far as the mobility of it. From here, I'm going to rotate down as far as I can. Squeeze the glutes nice and tight. I don't want to arch the back too much. I want to keep the pelvis forward though and come back. We're going to go to the opposite side. If you have a hard time with this, just don't go as low. Okay, squeeze the glutes as hard as you can. Pull the stick together. I'm back. Rotate down. Back up. Alternate sides. Rotate down. Back up. Rotate down. And up. Rotate down. Back up. Squeeze those brace those abs. Squeeze the glutes. Rotate down. Hold it. Don't top. Bring it back up. Rotate down. Back up. Down. Brace and hold. Bring it back. Rotate down. Bring it back. 2 more. Rotate down. Bring it back. Last one. Rotate down. And back up. Great job. We are almost there. Let's stand up. Let's find our hands position now. Get the hamstrings a little bit, then we're going to get the shoulders and we're ready to rock and roll. Driving the elbows into the stick, using the long stick. Arching the back slightly. Feet are wider than hip width apart. We're going with a wide hinge. Driving the stick into the back. My butt is going to go one direction. My chest goes the opposite direction. I find my hinge point slightly below it. Then we do with the kettlebell, squeeze the glutes and come back up. Make sure we're not rounding the spine. Push back out. Breathe out and hold. Squeeze the glutes to come up for 2. Tuck the pelvis as you come up. Bring it down. Hold it and own it. Bring it back up for 3. Down. Hold it. Up for 4. Down. Keep that chin down. I want to be here. That's what I was doing in the beginning. Made that mistake. Squeeze the glutes to come up for 5. Down. I'm weight shifting from the middle of my feet to my heels. Up for 6. If you're feeling any pain, back off a little bit. Discomfort, that's okay. Up for 7. As far as discomfort, as far as meaning tightness. Down, but don't force it. Up for 8. 2 more. Down. Oh, I can't wait to get to the first exercise. Up for 9. 1 more. Down. And up for 10. We're kneeling down on the ground now. I'm going to be on my right side. I'm going to go with my monkey hang. I'm going to grab as high as I can onto the stick. Okay? And I'm going to just dip my hip towards the stick. Have a good grip on that stick. Back to center line. Reach up as high as you can go. Careful of the shoulder in this one. Reach. Any pain, just lower the hand a little bit. Back to 2. Dip in. Okay, we're just joint prepping. Back for 3. Dip. Back for 4. Dip. And 5. Dip. And 6. Opposite side. Switching my legs. Grab up as high as you can. Dip the hip. And 1. Dip. 2. Dip the hip inside the stick. Squeeze the glutes still on that back side. You're going to feel a stretch along your obliques as well. Not just into the shoulder. For 4. Dip in. For 5. 1 more. Dip in. And 6. All right, let's rock and roll. Okay. Here we go. All right, so we're going to need the floor and the wall for this one. We're going to work on the rest of Turkish get up. But the pressure is going to be a little bit different with this one. We're going to actually involve the lat a lot more. So normally, any Turkish get up, we have our dumbbell or our kettlebell sitting with the wrist directly over the elbow, elbow and shoulder, driving straight up. We're going to involve the lats more now, okay? So I'm pulling down into the wall this way. So when I do that, you notice my wrist is in front of my elbow line and shoulder. That's where we need to be. Okay? Make sure we're flexing the foot or to the outside of the body. Slap the hand around just to get some feel there so we know where to place the hand. Okay, so if you cannot come all the way up, stop at the variation you need to. Okay, so if you only get to here when you come up, that's what you do. So what we want to avoid is the shoulder doing this. I want to pull that lat down. So I'm descending a lot towards the body, and the pressure is always going down. And the lats involved with this charge together. So watch first. Pushing down. I don't want the knee to collapse in as well. I want to stay on the outside of my stick. I come up, pushing down into the stick. I come up, still pushing down to the ground. I come up, still pushing down. Still pulling down. So I'm not here, I'm here. Pivot around, still pulling down. I come up. My lat is on fire right now. It's still pulling down to the ground. Jab that stick into the floor. Come down. And I roll back down. Knee does not collapse. We're going to do 5 on each side. Okay? If at any point you have a hard time with the transition, go to where you're comfortable and stay there, and then wait for us to come all back down. All right. We brace those abs. Drive that stick into the ground. Slap that hand down. Let's start our workout. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We're slowly coming up. I'm up. 7 point. Bridge. Drag the leg under. Find our pivot point. I come up. Brace those abs at the top. Tuck the pelvis at the top. Abs are tight. Come down. Pivot around. Find my bridge. I come down. Elbow comes down. I roll back down. I should be in the same spot almost every single time. Still pushing into that wall for number 2. Ready? Come on, up. Up. Bridge. Leg comes under. Pivot point. Up. Don't let go of those lats. Bring it down. You still have a great grip on this stick too. Sweep under for my bridge. Come down. Brace those abs and come down for 2. I come up. Bridge up. Under. Sit up that foot. Come back around. I come up. Down. Pivot around. Hand comes down. Bridge up. Press to that shoulder. Press to the floor as well. I come down. Down. And down. Again, make sure that knee does not collapse. Try to keep this foot as well up to the ceiling. Be aware of how you're moving. If you can improve upon your movement, find ways to do so. I always do. Whether it's myself, talking to a different coach, even talking to people here at the teammates, our staff. Let's come up. Drive. Last one, come up, brace those abs, squeeze those tuck the pelvis forward. Always learning to move better from everybody. That's the best thing about this profession. All right, great job. It's the best thing about being here. Okay, other side. It always feels weird going from one side to the next. That's about 5 or 6 reps. All right, here we go. Driving into the wall. Remember, keep the upper chest out of it. Descend that shoulder down, shoulder down. Here we go. We're up. Shoulders down. No shrugging. I think I just forgot the bridge. There we go. We're going to have at least one blooper in our live videos. Okay, let's go up for that. Here we go. Up. Bridge. Shoulders down. Brace, tuck the pelvis as you come up. Make sure we're not shrugging at any point in this, okay? Keep the upper traps out of it. Educate the mid traps to get more involved. Lat. 3. Tuck the pelvis as you come up. Squeeze those glutes. Bring it down. Two more. Here we go. Brace those abs. We're up. Up. Into my bridge. Drive into the wall. Come up. Good. Two more. Brace those abs. If you feel at any point the stick comes away from the wall, it's just a good sign that you're not using those lats. Let's go. Up. Drive. Squeeze. Up. Into that bridge. Squeeze under. Brace those abs. We got one more. Last one. Make sure again the knees on the outside are your starting points correct. Brace. Just a different variation of it. Really feel those lats. Really feel those abs. Great job, guys. Excellent work. Okay, we are moving on. This is a good exercise. Okay. Exercise move number 2. A new one for you too. We're going to work on some prone lateral rotation of the shoulder. We're going to need a small stick for this one. Okay. So depending on how long your arms are will depend on where your hand needs to be in line with your shoulder. Okay? Believe it or not, for a very short guy, you have extremely long arms. Okay? It's almost a 6-foot wingspan, believe it or not. Alright, so I'm going to have my hand in line with the stick, the emblem of the stick. Okay? I'm going to squeeze the glutes, I'm going to press into the ground this way by retracting the shoulder this way and pulling down. Okay? As I do that, my other hand will be slightly under me, corkscrewing the shoulder as well. Brace the abs. I'm going to rotate around. Now I'm pushing the stick into the ground, but the lat's still engaged backwards. I'm pushing it to the ground, I come back up, I push into the ground. What we want to avoid is the shoulder doing this. We also want to avoid this. Oh, so strong, so amazing. No, we don't want that. We want this for this move, okay? No grounding the shoulder. Keep it pulled back. We're going to do about 4 rotations, switch to the other side. Here we go. Start with the palm facing straight ahead. Find your end zone. If you have a hard time, you can do the same thing from your knees. Here we go. Feet are slightly wider and hip width apart. Squeeze the glutes, we're pressing into the ground for 3, 2, 1, and rotate. Shoulders back for 3, 2, 1. That's 1. Rotate, pull for 3, 2, 1. Corkscrew. 3, 2, 1. I'm back. 3, 2, 1. Back. 3. Drop the shoulder in. 2, 1. Drive. 3, 2, 1. Down. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Whew. Let's go to the other side. Same thing as before. Everything's in the same alignment. Hand to the inside. Here we go. Corkscrew that shoulder. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Up. Arm extended and hold. 3, 2, 1. I'm down. Shoulders back for 3, 2, 1. Drive. 3, 2, 1. Drive. 3, 2, 1. Drive. 3, 2, 1. Drive. 3, 2, 1. One more each side. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Excellent work. All right, we're moving on. Okay, we're going to need the ground again. We're going to need the wall again. This one's challenging. So, if you have a hard time with this one, you're simply just not going to put so much bend into the stick. Okay. So I want you to make sure that my left leg is my up leg, my right leg is back. The stick is going into the ground and to the wall on the right side of my body. From here, I'm pressing up with my left, as I bend the stick with the right. I'm going to come up and move under more. Okay, so I'm bending. I come up into my almost bow position to push the pelvis forward. I come back down. I'm going to come back up and down. If you have a hard time with that, just don't put as much bend into it at all, okay? Keep it almost next to your chest if you have to. All right, here we go. And I'm up. So I'm pulling with one lat. I'm pushing, protracting out the shoulder. We come up, squeeze the glutes. Down for one. Up, squeeze the glutes. Down for two. Up and squeeze. Down for three. Up and squeeze. Down for four. Up and squeeze. Down for five. We're going to go to 8. Up. Down for 6. 2 more. Up. Drive those hips up. Down for 7. One more time. Up. Down for 8. Great job. Going to the opposite side. I'm going to sweat today. All right. In my opposite shin box position now. All right. So again, the further you are into the stick, the harder it is. So find a range of motion that works for you. And if you can't bend, keep it against your chest. Okay. Extend up. Pull. Push. I come up. Down for 1. Up. Down for 2. Up, nice and slow on the way down. Down for 3. Up, try to keep the bicep close to your ear. 4. Up. Down for 5. Up. Down for 6. Come up, squeeze the glutes as you come up. Tuck the pelvis forward. Down for 7. Up and hold it and own it. Down for 8. Great job. Nice work. You need to hydrate. Hydrate. Okay. We're now going with the smaller stick. On the other move I was just telling you. Okay. So, I'm going to start the stick on the right side of my body. Okay. A couple moves in this one today. I'm going to set my crab position. So when you want to set any crab position, hands go back, okay? Arms are locked up. I go forward, I go back, arching my chest. I find that center line. Bring the shoulder blades together. We're going to set crab as we work with the small stick. I'm going to put it to the outside of my lower portion of my thigh, okay? So I'm trying to see outside, facing the wall, shoulders back, I'm going to come up. I'm trying to move the wall with my thigh. From here, I'm going to bring the leg up from crab. I come up, I meet in the middle, I come back down, all the while keeping the stick moving, or trying to press it, I should say, into the wall. Chest is up, I'm pushing in with about 40% pressure. Shoulder blades are back, no shrugging. If you have a hard time with this, keep both hands down and just bring one leg up, outside leg. Here we go. We come up, hold it, back down, no shrugging here. Up and hold, down for 2, find that control. Squeeze the glutes as much as you can. It's hard in this position, but it's something to focus on. Brace those abs. Keep the elbows locked out. Shoulder blades back for 4. Up, 5, up, 6, up, 7, brace those abs, up, and 8, up, and 9, one more, up, and 10. Shake out the wrists, hang 10 aside. Let's go to the opposite side. Okay, here we go. It's into my thigh. Brace those abs, shoulders are back. Find your center point once again. From here, I go opposite arm, opposite leg up. Down for 1. Up. Down for 2. Up. 3. Up. And 4. Up. And 5. Up. And 6. Up. And 7. Up. up, and 9. One more time, up, and 10. Have a seat, relax the wrist for a second. Okay, we're going back to our kneeling position with the stick. Kind of like the warm we did before. Now we're going to add a small dip into it. So, I'm in this position here. Shoulder blades are back or together. Squeezing the glutes nice and tight. I'm going to go into my lean back position. But instead of just twisting side to side, leaning back, and I rotate here. I'm really trying to brace the abs as hard as I can, squeeze the glutes as hard as I can. Find the range of motion where I can really feel the fibers have to really move and engage in different waving positions. Okay? Again, your back, lean back, squeeze the glutes nice and tight. We're going to rotate around. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go grip on the stick. 7, brace those abs. 8, 9, one more, and 10. Great job. Okay, we are moving on. Okay. We're gonna need the big stick for this one. This one's gonna be a little bit different. So I'll give you a couple options that you could work on with this one. This one's a very, very challenging move as far as the mobility and strength of it. So I'm gonna get into my front step position. Okay. So my left leg is forward, my right leg is back. My hand is to the ground in this fashion, and the window is going to be nice and wide. All right, so for our step through position. Now, if you cannot step through, I'll show you the first variation. My thumb will be in line with my shoulder, keeping pressure on the stick. From here, it's more going to turn almost like a side kick through in a way. So, if you cannot do that, all I want you to do is drop the knee down and come up, lock at the leg. That's all you're going to do. If you can bring the leg through, I'm going to pivot on this heel to bring the leg through to the side slightly, and I come back to my front step position. So it's not like our front kick through because my toes have to turn. I'm going to pivot on the back foot. If you cannot do that, you work on just getting this position here, you drop the leg and come back up. Still corkscrewing the shoulders on both sides. Okay, here we go. We'll come through, hold it and own it, bring it back for 1. Your hand will pivot a little bit, keep pressure on the wall, drive that elbow up, back for 2, in, and 3, kick, and 4, mask. Let's go. Put your ninja on. Point those toes. 5, we're going to 8. And 6. And 7. Last one. And 8. Great job. Whew, I felt that. Let's go on the opposite side. Okay, so now my left leg is back. So my left leg, almost front kick through to side kick through variation. Okay, thumb will be in line with the shoulder once again. My hand goes to the outside of my body. Again, if you have a hard time, just drop the leg and up. Okay, from here, I sweep the leg through. I come back in for 1. I sweep the leg through, and for 2. I sweep through, and for 3. Through, 4, through, 5, through, and 6. 2 more. 3 through, hold it and hold it. 7. 1 more. And 8. Great job. Nice work, guys. That was a hard move, but a really fun one to work on. Okay. Let's give the wrist a break. Let's go some more lower abs. Grab your small stick. Create some abs and some hamstrings. Okay, let's shoot it like we're on the glutes, right? Okay. Putting the stick into my foot. I'm going to bridge up, it's on my right hand, I should say, into my left foot, pushing on the stick this way, but it's not going to move. Okay, yet. I'm here. I'm going to push the foot away, fight it. I come back. I bring the foot as far as I can down, up, into the ground, my hand, keep the leg straight, keep the foot flexed. I come back out. A lot of lower abs, a lot of hip flexors, a lot of hamstring glutes on the opposite side. We got 5 to 8 reps. We're going to switch to the other side. Only go as far as your shoulder mobility allows you, and your range of motion as far as for your hips. Make sure your lower back's not bothering you. Only go to what you can do. Let's brace the abs. Start in the bent position first. I come up. Here I extend out. Heel touches the ground. I come up. Hand touches the ground. I come out. Heel touches the ground. I come up. Hand touches. Out. Heel touches. Back. Hand touches. Out. Heel touches. Out. Hand touches. One more. Or 2 more. Out. Bring it back. Last one. Out. Bring it back. Very good. Opposite side. It's actually not an easy move. All right. Still brace those abs. Squeeze the glutes as you extend the leg out. We start again in our bent position. Make sure that your opposite arm, you're pushing it to the ground to help you in that bridge. I'm going to start from the back. Foot goes out. In for 1. Out. Head goes back for 2. Out. Head goes back for 3. Out. Really fighting that leg. Hand comes back in for 4. Out. Come on, push. Squeeze the glutes right here. Very good. In for 5. Come on, just a few more. Push out, brace those abs. In. 2 more. Out, squeeze. Brace those abs, bring it back. Out. And back. Great job. Nice little work. We are almost there as far as the training aspect of things. Okay. Zombie press now. So for this one, we're going to use 2 sticks. Okay? Alright, so there's 2 variations of this one. I'm going to show you both. I'm going to do a harder one, but they're both very challenging. From here, my legs are straight first. One's more quad, the other one's a lot more mobility. From here, I come up, and I bring the arms out. Still pushing up on the sticks. I come back down. Okay? Still very challenging either way you do it. Second option, we're going to have the legs bent. If you have the quad mobility, we're going to sit back, lie on the ground in this position. Okay. I'm going to start lying down. Okay? Again, only if you can do this one. I come up. I come back. I come back in. I come back down. Okay? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Then begin to come up. I come back in. I come back down for 1. Brace. I come up. Come back in. Or out, sorry. Back in. And back down for 2. Up. Out. In. Down for 3. Brace. Up. Out. In. Down for 4. Up. Out. In. Down for 5. Up. Out. In. Down for 6. Quads are on fire. That's our abs. Up. Out. In and down. Woo. Last one. Feeling it. Up. out, in, and down. Great job. Excellent work. Okay. It is now time to stretch. Okay, actually, kind of want to do one more thing. All right, let's just do one more. Kind of our bow, it's our standing bow and arrow position. We're going to do it from a lunge position now. I'm going to stick to the outside of my body. Okay, I'll have my right leg forward and my left leg back. If you have a hard time with this one, really just work on just slightly pressing this stick out if you can. From here, I'm going to push out, and I'm going to pivot and rotate. I come back to center line. I come back up. Okay, here we go. I push out, I rotate, I flatten my foot out in the back, hold, back to center, come back up. Push out, hold, center, come back up for 2, go to 5. Bend, beautiful. Bring it around, feels good. Squeeze the glutes to the left side. Ready for 3. 2 more. This one just feels really good. Have a good grip on the top hand as well. Back for 4. Last one. Hold. Feels good. Central line, come back up. Great job. Opposite side. Okay, so the outside of my left foot now. Push out. Go to rotate. Hold. Back in for 1. Out. Rotate. In for 2. Out. Rotate. For 3. Out. Rotate. 4. Last one. Feeling good. Squeeze the glutes to the back side. Hold it. In for 5. Great job. Time to stretch. I'm going to come back to the big stick. Let's start with the small stick first. Okay. We're going to have our child's pose position first. We're going to use this twice for 2 exercises. That's the first one. Child's pose for this one, we lean forward, not back, like you traditionally would with just your body weight. Stretch out your arms. Any hand on top is fine first, and hold. Great job today. It was a different feel at the class today. We did a lot of different things, but knowing you guys are rock stars, you rocked it out to what your ability is. And that's what counts. That's what matters. Let's come back up and switch sides. Listen, everyday practice. Breathe and hold. I hope you're taking advantage of all of our classes that we have on here. I know I do. It's great to be learning from everybody else. Come back up, line your back. All right, happy baby pose. I'm going to put my feet on the outside of my stick. And I'm going to pull my feet down towards the ground. Hold. Try to keep the lower back on the ground as much as you can. And back up. Back down, pull. Bring it back. One more time, pull. And back up. Let's go into our slap shot. I think I say this is one of my favorites because it is. All right, in the back, guys. You know the drill for this one. Grab a stick hard as you can. Okay. From here, I go down. Bring around. Hold. Again, if you have a hard time, I'm sorry, I skipped that whole step. Go to the middle first, or go to the opposite foot. And only drop to what you can. Have a good grip on the stick regardless. Let's come back up. Opposite side. Slowly breathing down again to the middle or to the outside. Find your stretch is best for you. Yes, I do use this stuff every single day, no matter what my training method is that day. Come back up. One more time each side. Breathe down. Breathe. Hold. And up. Last one. Breathe down. Hold. And up. Guys, we are done. Wonderful, wonderful job this morning. Please check out our rest of our videos on our YouTube page. Guys, it's always fun to be working with you. Thank you so much for joining on. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday for some more stick mobility. Have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. Peace.